It is our pleasure to announce that a little after 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time today, Samuel Leathers, our Director of DevOps, initiated the update proposal to the Cardano main network. And we have now begun the countdown over the next 5 days to hard fork Cardano from Byron to Shelly. From here on out, Cardano is the best cryptocurrency on market when we think about it compared to Bitcoin.
Which cryptocurrency between these two, Zilliqa and Cardano, is going to reach $1 first? But first of all, before we answer that question, right, we have to consider the market cap valuation, because these cryptocurrencies have got different market cap valuations. Zilliqa is only about 191 million US dollars in comparison to Cardano, which is about 3.4 billion US dollars. So obviously, if you take a look at a return on investment perspective, you obviously stand a better chance making way much more money investing in Zilliqa. But you have to understand that these cryptocurrencies are going to be performing differently because the market cycles differ, and they also have different factors that really propel the price to increase. So if you take a look at what was happening with Zilliqa a few weeks ago, right, we obviously saw a very drastic increase in terms of the price of Zilliqa, and we obviously experienced a 400% plus return on investment. So this is one of the reasons why we are currently facing a little bit of a pullback, because we obviously have to gain momentum and just basically get new investors to come in. So this is one of the reasons why obviously Cardano, or rather Zilliqa, is having some sort of selling pressure at the moment, which is very understandable. So if you take a look at Cardano, right, obviously Cardano has been killing it for the past few days and weeks. Today it's actually up by about 9.76%, which is very, very good, because apparently they have quite a lot of upcoming great stuff which are going to be happening to the Cardano blockchain as far as the Shelly update is concerned. And I'm obviously going to be playing the video about Chris Hoskinson obviously giving us an update as far as the Shelly hard fork is concerned. So right now, let's just do a very quick technical analysis as far as Zilliqa and Cardano are concerned. So if you take a look at what has been happening, we are coming to this amazing moment whereby we are seeing a reduction in the selling pressure of Zilliqa. So if you take a look at the MACD, right, we are obviously coming to an exhaustion in terms of the selling pressure. So this is one of the reasons why I strongly believe that Zilliqa is going to obviously have an upward momentum in the next coming few days. If you take a look at the volume zone oscillator, right, we are obviously coming from an area of being oversold, and we are most likely going to experience another pump, which is going to be very, very good. So if you take a look at this, you guys are obviously going to enjoy this amazing trade, whereby we might even end up trying to go back to this previous all-time high right over here. So it is obviously a very good entry right over here if you guys are trying to swing trade. But you have to understand, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Whatever you do, please do your own due diligence. So as far as Cardano is concerned, we are having massive buying power, and something exciting really happened. So as you can see, right, on the daily, we obviously came from an area of selling pressure exhaustion as being shown by the MACD, and we might have a bullish crossover right over here on the daily. So this is one of the reasons why I strongly believe that Cardano is obviously going to continue pumping. And if you take a look at the volume zone oscillator, we are obviously being shown the same evidence that there is going to be some more bullish power which is going to be rolling through. So if you take a look at the buying power in terms of the volume right over here, it's not really that significant. But if we switch over to the 4-hourly, we are seeing massive buying power here in comparison to the recent few days. As you can see here, the volume wasn't really that significant, but right now the past 3-4 hour bars have just been so crazy, and Cardano has done tremendously well. So are we going to end up crashing the previous resistance that we faced around this area? Are we going to be able to crack it? So right now we are actually pretty close to the previous resistance. So let me just remove that. So if I adjust this, right, obviously around close to about 14 cents, that's why we have some more resistance, but that is obviously going going to be broken, and it's going to be fairly easy to do because we are experiencing some more bullish momentum which is coming through, especially due to the fact that a lot of people are anticipating the Shelly Hardfork to bring in much more buying power because people right now are just going so crazy. So if you take a look at what has been happening, right, obviously these cryptocurrencies have got different characteristics, and if you compare Zilliqa and Cardano, right, they are obviously unique in their own perspectives, and some would argue that Zilliqa is a better blockchain platform because it already has a mainnet in comparison to Cardano, which is obviously just in its infancy in terms of transitioning to whatever they are trying to achieve. So in comparison to Zilliqa, Zilliqa has already done everything. They've got a mainnet, they've got working stuff already, and it's actually way much more advanced in terms of delivering whatever they are trying to achieve. So, but it is what it is. People are going to react according to how they feel and, you know, their relationship to a particular blockchain. So if you guys are holding Zilliqa and you're wondering, like, why the hell is Cardano getting so much more attention in comparison to Zilliqa, which is way better? Well, you just have to understand that these cryptocurrencies are going to be performing differently in different time intervals. So all you have to do right now is just play the game. You know, you can flip and just multiply your money by trying to get into the action when the action is happening. So this is one of the reasons why you shouldn't really be like a cult follower of anything. Just do whatever makes you money and just be happy. Just play along basically. So anyhow, without further ado, let me just leave you with this amazing update by Charles Hoskinson. So
Good evening. Hello from warm and sunny Colorado. It's been a long day, a very long day on the back of a very long week. And on behalf of Input Output Global, our product team, our engineers, our scientists, and each and every employee and contractor that worked with us to get us here, it is our pleasure to announce that a little after 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time today, Samuel Leathers, our director of DevOps, initiated the update proposal to the Cardano main network. And we have now begun the countdown over the next 5 days to hard fork Cardano from Byron to Shelly. Our last chance to aboard will be sometime on Monday. During the weekend, the engineers and QA team will be conducting an exhaustive 72-hour burn-in to go through all the checklists that we have. We did a pre-launch checklist, and now we're going back through the second one. Should nothing come up, the update will be endorsed, and the fork will occur without delay or disruption on the 29th. Every indication we have is the sky is blue, the weather's good, and we are now counting down towards launch. I'd also like to thank all the stake pool operators who tirelessly over the last few months worked with our team to help us get to this day. They tested a lot of software. They found a lot of bugs. They really pushed us, and we were better for it. I'd like to thank all the exchange partners who have worked with us for the last 2 months. They've done an unbelievable effort and job giving us great advice, everything from Rosetta to things as trivial as some nuances on the APIs. It's been a long road to get here, a lot longer than just the last few months. Cardano began in 2015 as a dream. We wanted to build something that could deliver the promises that Bitcoin had back in 2009, not as an experiment, but as a system that could evolve over time to meet the needs of billions of people and provide an economic identity to those billions of people, with power pushed to the edges, always getting more decentralized and always getting faster, more capable, and ultimately better for us all. This is, in many ways, a small step towards that vision, and in other ways, it's a giant leap forward, because unlike every other update in the history of the project, we are now moving from a static and federated system to a dynamic and decentralized system. And our community has proven beyond a reason of a doubt over the last 6 months that they are well more than capable of taking custody of this dream. and taking it to the next level. It's always a stressful time when you go through these transitions, but I am stunned by the profound effort, wisdom, and capability of those that stepped up. Thank you. It really means a lot to me. It really means a lot to all of us. If this is the army we have to go and win the war with, I don't even think it's a question of whether we're going to win or not. It's just a question of when. Each and every one of you earned this day as much as everyone else, and some of you more so than others. So it's a long road ahead, but this is a great moment. And it's one that long overdue. Sorry it took so long to get here, but we did our best. And it looks like we hit every deadline we set back in May, which is a new thing for the project as a whole. You know, the road ahead is not going to be as hard with respect to gigantic disruptive upgrades. A lot more iterative things are coming. Native assets, smart contracts, overlay protocols, new capabilities, and those are definitely going to be fun. But this is really the last time that we're going to be able to do something this profound, because from here on out, Cardano is the best cryptocurrency on market when we think about it compared to Bitcoin. And as soon as we get native assets and smart contracts, we're the best cryptocurrency, bar none. And that really is a testimony to the work that was done. It's not easy to say that you're going to go do something as crazy as build a cryptocurrency. It's not easy to embrace something with that order of work. Cryptography, protocol design, distributed systems. There's so many moving pieces, so much complex computer science, so much complex engineering. Every person who says they got it right, suddenly a bug occurs and coins are printed out of thin air, or the network goes down, or a hack happens, or you have to centralize something. To say that we're going to take something as big and profound as Bitcoin and build something better and do it in half the time that it took the Bitcoin to reach the scale, and do it with principles. That's always been the bedrock of what we've attempted. And today, we succeeded in that respect. Cardano will be in the hands of hundreds and eventually thousands and eventually tens of thousands of stateful operators. And every single person who holds ADA will have a voice and be able to influence the system and decide the stewardship of the system. That's exactly what we signed up for back in 2009. One CPU, one vote. Now it's one ADA, one vote. It's a beautiful thing. And I'm proud of that. I'm proud of the work that's been done. And as exhausted as we are, we can't help but feel the excitement. We need some rest. August is going to be a fun month to recover, clean up. There's a lot of technical debt to be reduced, a lot of little rough edges that need to be smoothed out, polished out, and that will get done. And some people deserve vacations, long ones, because they worked weekends, 7 days a week, some cases. Some people worked dozens and dozens of days straight. They missed birthdays. They missed anniversaries. They didn't really have an opportunity to spend time with friends and family. They had to make a lot of sacrifices to get us to this moment. And it's up to us to make those sacrifices worthwhile. I know I will, and I know I'll try. Moving beyond August into September, October, and the coming months, the march towards Goguen will be much more deliberate, systematic, and graceful than the march has been towards Shelly. And we'll do this together. We'll do it with lots of partners. We'll do it with lots of developers. We'll do this with lots of fun experiences. And at the same time, we'll also try to bring a lot of exciting new experiences in use and utility to the system. But today, here, now, let's enjoy this moment, huh? To all those who helped get us here, thank you. To all those who bet against us and said we couldn't get here, that we weren't good enough, it was a scam, or we didn't know what we were doing, or Shelly would never ship. Thank you too, because you made us tougher. You made us want it more. You made us have a little bit more fire. You made us really want to prove a point. And you know what? Today we did. Let's see what you have to say tomorrow. And to those who don't know us, let's introduce ourselves. We're Cardano. And if you'll permit us, we'd like to change the world. Thank you, everyone, for listening. And I look forward to the 29th. Thank you so much.